Hello, this is Dr. Zek. Today I want to give you some information on how to recruit staff in business like a professional. The do's and don'ts on how to recruit staff. Recruitment is a very expensive exercise, so you need to know and understand how to best do it in such a way that you get good fit to your business and also that won't give you a headache. I'll give you 7 do's and 7 don'ts, and I might give you some bonuses here and there as a reward for you to keep following up the discussion. So let's dive straight into it. The first do, number 1, you must do a needs assessment. What do I mean by this? Make sure your business needs those extra people. So make sure you've got enough resources to cover the extra person or the extra people. A serious needs assessment, find the gaps and how many people you need to recruit. Is there enough work for how long? Do you need a permanent position or a casual? Fixed term, ongoing. Don't recruit just for the sake of recruiting, especially if you are still a small business. You don't need to rush into recruiting staff. You need to do it gradually and slowly. Otherwise, you realize that your wage bill will be too high and not sustainable. The next do, number 2, do a position description. If you can't do your own, find a template and modify it to suit your business, or find someone to help you. It is best that you do it yourself or within the business, because you know the tasks and activities for that person you are looking for to recruit. Write it down so that you clarify what the position involves. It might be part of the needs assessment as well. You might just be thinking in your head that you need to recruit a person, but when you try to write down the tasks, you will find that those tasks are things that you can also just do yourself or within your family, or you might just need to restructure your current team. That job description is important. So ignore this advice at your own peril. Still on the position description, you need to put in the qualifications and experience that you're looking for. Are you looking for a very experienced person? Are you looking for a highly qualified person? Are you looking for both? It's best to have both, but depends on your organization and the capacity. You might be too small to recruit highly qualified people, university graduates, people with masters, PhDs, but can afford to pay someone with a certificate or lower level qualification. Nothing wrong with a diploma, nothing wrong with a certificate. All qualifications are important. Some qualifications might be even more relevant to a role than the other. It's unnecessarily expensive to recruit a highly qualified person for a job that doesn't require those qualifications. You're going to need a higher budget to pay that person, but also that person who is very qualified could be frustrated by the lower level job. Do number 3, you must advertise. Make it clear that you're looking for new staff. Make it clear that you're looking to recruit. It could be formal advertisements in form of media, put in media, newspapers, or put some posters to notify people that you are recruiting. That will help you to have a wider range of candidates for you to choose the best amongst the rest. When you advertise, it also displays your professionalism. And professionalism is what we lack in business, especially people of my kind. We are lacking professionalism. Everything we do must be professional. Business is not a game. You're playing with some people's lives. You're playing with your livelihood. You're playing with some people's emotions. So try to be as professional as possible when you're recruiting, and also be transparent. The next do is do some interviews. Interviews are different. It can be casual interviews or it can be formal interviews. It can be over the phone, it can be over team meetings, it can be over Zoom. But it is important that you do some interviews. This shows that you are professional, and also it shows that you are transparent. Interviews helps you to recruit the best. Interviews also help you to check the CVs versus reality. Some people have got a habit of cooking stuff on CVs. They claim to be what they are not. Some people claim experience that they don't have. When you do some interviews with them, the truth will come out. Then number 5, you've got also to check the referees. It's important that you don't omit that stage. Check referees even if it is internal recruitment. The referee will help you to verify whatever is being said on the CV versus the real person. Sometimes the referees are also not 100%, because when person chooses a referee, it's usually the person they get along with, they're in good books. Tell you what, there are some people who struggle to find any referee, meaning there's no one who can say anything good about them. And I've encountered some referees who said bad things about the candidate, and then you would wonder, why did that person choose that contact to be their referee? Pay attention to what the referees tell you. Sometimes they don't say it directly, but they can give you some clues, some red flags. After the referee check, then now feel free to do the job offer. The 6th thing that you need to do is to document everything. Make a contract. The contract clarifies the role and the responsibility, and also the probation period. 7 is to do induction or orientation. This is where you get the candidates to, it's no longer a candidate, it's now new staff. Orient them, show them where the loos are, where everything is, where the desk is. You give the person a head start, help them in. When people are still settling in, they need a bit of help to settle into the new position. If they need a mentor, assign a mentor to them. It is important for your business. Don't just throw someone in the deep end. Now let's talk about the don'ts. Don't, number 1, do not rush recruitment. Like I've mentioned before, recruitment is a very expensive exercise. So don't rush it. Take your time, follow all the procedures that I've outlined, and make sure you are recruiting the best candidate that will fit into your team and contribute to the business in a meaningful way. Otherwise, it will be a waste of money. Don't take shortcuts. If you take shortcuts, it only backfires on you. Don't use emotions. When you are recruiting, just be yourself. If it is an interview panel, make sure you are doing everything in a transparent manner. Don't recruit because this person knows you, or is your friend, or is your relative. Recruit on merit. Avoid discriminating. Avoid nepotism. Discrimination against age. Discrimination against gender, ethnicity, background. Be as fair as possible when you're recruiting. Everything you do must be best for the business. It must be in the best interest of the business. Be careful, it's not your personal thing, it's not your personal project, it's a business. And the business must run and make profit. So if you use emotions and recruit your girlfriends and boyfriends, things are not gonna work. And you go bust before the next day. Some people regret the next day after they recruit someone, and that person becomes a wife or a husband. That's the end of it. Avoid that mistake. Don't do that. It's a don't. Number 3, overpromise. When you're recruiting, don't overpromise to the new candidate. Don't promise someone in the moon that if you come into a business, you're going to enjoy this, you're going to enjoy that. It's always best to underpromise and overdeliver than to do the opposite. Don't promise them what you're not going to offer. Otherwise, they'll be frustrated and leave you. And when they leave you, normally is at their own convenience, at the expense of yours. So be careful what you say. It's always best to surprise people with some extras that they didn't know of than doing the opposite. So it's a trick I'm giving you. Check about it. It works. Number 4, avoid naivety. Some business people should not be in business. They're just naive. You must know what you're doing. First few months, you must make some follow-ups on the new recruits. Check with them. We've got the 3 months of probation or whatever months you have them. Check and monitor and evaluate. If they are not good fit, it's always better to show them the way. So probation period means 2 things. The candidate might not be satisfied with the new environment and might quit, or the business might not be happy with the new recruit. So that is the point of probation period. So if you're not happy with the candidate that you've recruited, or if you discover that they've been lying to you, whatever they were saying they were going to deliver is not even close to that, part ways before it is too late. Number 5, check productivity. Do some staff evaluations. That's when you check their productivity against how much they are costing you. Assess your staff. See how they performed. If they're performing above and beyond expectation, then they deserve a pay rise, a bonus. Some deserve a promotion. Think about all those things and budget for, because it's your organization, it's your business. You must have a good reputation of looking after your staff well and give them what they deserve. Staff evaluation is your responsibility, and that must be done. Another don't is avoid over trusting too much too early. Some people have got a tendency of trusting too much. This person is just a new person, especially if you don't know them previously. Don't get too excited. And some even show everyone where they keep their money. They share with them their trade secrets. It might be too early. You have to evaluate and assess what is the appropriate time to share some high-level stuff with new recruits. If people are just starting work, what is more important to them is to get the job done in the best way, productivity, and handle them with care as well, because you're still nurturing them to bring the most out of them. The next thing is failing to discipline. If there is misconduct, make sure you follow the right procedure and discipline accordingly so that you remove bad apples within your team. Make sure you follow the correct disciplinary action. Don't just do it grudgingly. It's not a matter of sacking people. And there's some certain misconduct that don't even have any warnings. It's just instant dismissal. Behaviors like sexual misconduct, it's just instant dismissal. It's no compromise. That will set a good precedence for a business and to create some trust amongst your staff and also amongst your customers, your clients. I hope you have learned something, and I hope you've enjoyed the content. If you like the content, press the like button, and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. This is Dr. Zeg signing out.